Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time it's a Webflow tip or a tutorial that could help you a lot uh, during development. So, as a designer starting off, I didn't have a lot of CSS knowledge. I got my CSS knowledge learning Webflow mostly because when you are doing Webflow, you have to learn a little bit of CSS to make a standard website. You can do it without learning CSS, but it's necessary, in my opinion, to have a great Webflow website and a great experience for someone who is managing your Webflow website. So, yeah, and I always had this issue with classes where the pages that I build would have a lot of these unnecessary classes and a lot of effort when it comes to building new sections for these. And let me walk you through the process. So basically, I use something called FinSuite's Client First, and it's an awesome library of class naming systems. I think they pioneered it. I don't know because that's the first one that I saw, and after that came other frameworks like Saddle, Mast, and all those stuff. And now we have Lumos, which is also a great library, I would say. But I got used to Client First and I started using it. There is no such thing as perfect class naming system. It's how you do it. So basically, Client First class naming system means you have to keep the client in mind when naming the classes. Meaning, the client should understand what this section is about when they are going through the classes. Anyway, they have these classes for padding on both of the sides. It shouldn't have the max width, sorry. And they have the container large, which determines the container, and then padding section large. So the classes can have different values. So it can be padding section medium, which has a lesser value than this, and so on. Now you can see that I have to add 3 div blocks when creating a section, or duplicate all these when creating another section with the same structure. It's not sustainable when it comes to bigger websites. So that's the issue that I had. And I came across this video from Timothy Ricks, and again today in the morning I saw another post regarding this specific method, and it's called using utility classes. So I had been using them, and I wanted to share this out. So utility classes are not combo classes, no main classes like this. The utility classes, they have a set amount of styles, whether it's padding, whether it's max width, gaps, flex style, it has that style. So whenever we apply it to another main class which doesn't have these styles or which has these styles, it would add their it would the whole class system would inherit the class from the utility class. So it didn't sound right, but I'll show you. Now for me, uh, I have to add the container, padding, all the stuff. But now we have the hero section, and 3 other classes. But here this is only one div block with one class. And now I want to make it look like this, right? So what I do is I would add the container large. So the container large actually took the values from the actual container large we see over here and added it to the hero wrapper. Now we have these values, right? So what we can do is actually we can override these values, and instead of adding padding global and padding section large, I can add padding global to this, right? Boom. Actually it should be outside, but I mean, you get it, right? And then surrounded. So yeah, instead of having this, let's have, right? So yeah, that's how it actually works. And as you can see, it only took me one element and a several set of styles. But this is way better than this because of several reasons. As I mentioned, you don't have to bloat your CSS. You don't have to add more elements, and when building out new stuff, it would be easier for you to duplicate and rename the classes. So now you have this right with you, and say you have another section that you want to add. What you need to do is you duplicate it and rename this class, right? Duplicate the class, sorry, duplicate and rename hero wrapper 2, right? And now if we try to change the values, it wouldn't change, right? So it's easy work, to be honest, very easy. And if you go on, you can have padding global as well, man. So I don't know how this color came, but yeah, I was playing around with it before the video, but yeah. And also even padding section that. So the possibilities are endless. You just have to make sure you have your uh, own plan when it comes to the classes, because the thing is, when it comes to design, some designers, they don't follow consistent spacing or standards, and we have to adapt. We cannot say like you have to keep your padding for all the sections at 5%, right? That's not possible. So in those cases, you can add padding global and say a certain section has 7%. So you can add that, and it's not going to change the padding value over here or over here. Here, sorry, over here, right? I don't know why I added that, but yeah. So it helps you keep the styles in check. You don't need to worry about changing styles anywhere. But one thing you have to do is make sure the parent class or the main class has a unique name to it, because that's what client first is. That's how you identify what this section is about, right? Uh, the rest, it can be, padding global, contain large, or anything you wish, right? So this, when I learned from Timothy Ricks, he had something called utility container, right? And within this, he had his styles, 100% auto, and all the stuff. And to this, he added all the styles. So if he wanted to have a edge, then again he would add that value. And you can also create classes that has flex, center, vertical, something like that, and define the styles, right? Boom. And now this is created, right? And if you go into add that, flex, center, vertical, boom, it works, right? So that's the power of utility classes. It's great in my opinion, and you can also like duplicate these classes and change its values. Now I duplicated u container large, u container, and I'm adding something called padding global. It says it exists, but now if I just have this and then rename it to this, you see the values changed, right? Yeah, crazy stuff, right? So let me know what you guys think. If you have any feedback, leave it in the comment section, and my socials are in the descriptions. So talk soon, guys. Thank you for watching.